people like had the discipline to not be stoic, but actually like show that outwardly, and it helped them process. Like they didn't go back to normal life. They just sat and they stayed, and they had bereavement. They set themselves apart to mourn. And then lastly, they would do it for 7 days. And the reason they did that is 7 is a number of completion, like what we model a week after, and it's a sacred time of fullness, right? And God, we just see this as an example all throughout Scripture. And then eventually they would transition back into normal life. They would stop fasting. The mourners would leave, and then they normally went back to eating. In 2 Samuel 12:20, we see that after his time of Shiva, over his lost baby, he got up, he washed, he rose, and he ate. He got back to things. He re-entered. It said the purpose was not to suppress grief, but to sanctify grief. So that's what Shiva does. It sanctifies. It makes, and it's funny because we're talking about in the podcast today about how fasting brings about holiness. It helps you grow in holiness. And it's like even fasting and mourning together is helping you sanctify, to bring about holiness to the grieving process, because there seems to be a predisposition for people in sorrow to end in hopelessness, right? But sorrow through Shiva and fasting ends in sobriety.
That's good.
Not hopelessness.